everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I am partnering up with Casper Mattresses today. We have a brand new king size mattress which I want to tell you about and do a quick review of, but to also make this video extra helpful, I've combined a few of my best sort of sleep hacks and tips for parents and anyone really, so you can get a better night's sleep. Because let me tell you something, if you want to know about the importance of sleep, you need to talk to a parent, because they get sleep. So I'm going to start this video with my first tip, and that is get a decent mattress, the best that you can afford. The Casper mattress is made from a hybrid foam technology, which might make no sense to most of us. It didn't certainly to me when I first tried it, but basically you can forget your spring mattresses and your memory foam mattresses. Hybrid foam is where it's at, and it's basically a select layer of different types of foam to offer your posture, your back, your body the most support while you sleep, so you can be as comfortable as possible. Now, another really cool thing about the Casper mattresses is that they all come vacuum packed in relatively small packaging, to the point where when it arrived I was like, have they definitely sent me the right one? I'm not too sure, but they had, don't worry. It's all vacuum packed so you can get it upstairs much more easily. The box actually has cutouts for handles so you can haul it up quite easily as well, which was a big bonus. So all you need to do once you've unboxed it is cut away the packaging and watch your mattress basically unfurl and inflate itself again, and then you are good to go. And I have been so excited. I've dressed our bed up, I've got like new bedding on and stuff, and this is my haven. And the thing is with mattresses, you use them every single day for the most part, don't you? And you spend a large chunk of your day asleep on them, so definitely get the best that you can afford because it's worth it. And don't forget to check out that discount code below. So my second sleep tip is to get the biggest bed that you can. Mark and I have had a double bed for years. The double bed I used to have in this room actually was one that I bought when I was 21, and I bought it for £99 from Homebase, and it has travelled with me from house to house and done a very good job. But it was getting smaller as I've been getting bigger and we've been having more children. It's inevitable as a parent that you're going to have some bed invaders at some point. It's just part and parcel of having kids. But we have had our king size for a couple of days now, and we are already so pleased that we decided to do it. It was a bit last minute given that I am so heavily pregnant now, but we've already had Daisy in here because she's been teething at the moment, and then when Bill comes in the morning as well, we can all fit really comfortably, and I'm no longer hanging off the bed for dear life. Now, my next tip is to take advantage of aromatherapy and soothing scents like these. You'll probably know that lavender is right up there with a soothing, relaxing scent to help people get off to sleep. Now, another thing that I've been loving at the moment is this, and it is a sleep serenity spray from Avon of all places, and this is chamomile and lavender, and it's a pillow mist, and basically you spritz it on your pillow before bed. I douse my pillow in this stuff, and it's got a beautiful calming smell, and it just sort of helps you relax and drift off to sleep. My next tip is to make a really calm and peaceful room for you to go to bed in. Now, it might sound like a really obvious one, but I always try and keep my bedroom really clutter free. Our new bed actually has drawers, and we bought it with that purpose in mind, so there's loads of storage underneath so we can hide things away, and I am not staring at the mess and the clutter that I have to deal with the following day. So I always say that out of sight is out of mind, and that goes for the kids' toys. I make sure they're all back in their bedrooms at night, and then our bedroom is nice and peaceful, it's nice and calm, it's comfortable, and it's a place for us, and I think that's really important as a parent. The next one is ditch the screens, because as lovely as these phones are, they connect us with our friends and families. Like, we can watch movies on them, we can watch YouTube, we can read articles, we can chat to each other. They are so bad when you're trying to get to sleep. It's actually proven that the bright lights from devices like these can actually keep our brains awake and stimulated for longer. I have an iPhone, and my phone actually comes with two settings, and one is like a do not disturb nighttime setting where you can turn all your notifications off, which is something I do regularly because it's actually part of my job and I feel like I would never switch off otherwise. And there's also a setting where you can adjust the tone of the light that's given off by your phone to stop stimulating your brain as well. And something that's actually very interesting but maybe a little bit disturbing is that social media and things like this, they can actually give off a release of dopamine in our brains and our bodies, and that causes us to get excited and want to have more, and you know, we get that instant gratification of a like or a comment or a thumbs up. So if you actually do take time out from your screens, whether it's your phone, your iPad, your computer, you're actually doing yourself a favour in the long run mentally, as well as helping yourself get off to sleep quicker as well. And if you want a suggestion of what you can do instead, read a good book. I have a little stash of books on my bedside table that I am working through at the moment, and I feel like a book is much more calming and satisfying of an activity to do before bed than anything else. And if you want to know the one that I'm reading at the moment, it is a book called Sister Sister, and I can definitely recommend it. My next tip is one that I really rely on, and I'm very strict about, and it's give yourself a really nice and good nighttime routine. Put the same effort into yourself that you will put into your kids. So if you think about your kids, you bath them, you read them books, you put nice clean pajamas on, you give them cuddles, and they go off to sleep and they are so relaxed and chilled. And then most of the time as parents, we just throw ourselves into bed. Definitely try it out. And if you would like to see my evening routine, just for me, my pampering routine if you will, then let me know in the comments below. Now, my next tip might not seem directly related to nighttime, but it's preparing for the next day ahead. So prepare for tomorrow, because if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail, as they say. So I will do things like make sure Bill's book bag is under the buggy and ready to go, make sure that the juice I've made him for school is in the fridge and nice and cold and I can just grab it in the morning, make sure that both kids have got a pair of shoes ready to go in the morning and there's not one missing. I lay his uniform out, I will lay Daisy's outfits out, I will make sure I put the dishwasher on so there's nothing like dirty and cluttering in the kitchen that I need to deal with first thing. And doing all of this basically means that no matter how bad the night has been, I know that I can tackle the day ahead, and I find that so much less intimidating. So my next sleep tip, especially when it comes to having kids, is be prepared for the nighttime with children. And it might sound like, and that might sound like an obvious one, but I have made many mistakes over the years and I have learned my lessons. So I always have my parenting arsenal at the ready, so things like Calpol, Nurofen, Ambisol for teething, spare bedding, a potty, that sort of thing. I have them all ready to go. A lot of the time we will leave them out on our landing so we can just grab them and go to the child's room that needs them, so we're not waking up the child that's fast asleep because we've left the Calpol in there, for example. It sounds like a really easy tip, but once you've got all of these things together, you'll just find nighttime wake-ups a lot more practical and easier to deal with. You can never ever fully prepare for kids. You're never going to know when they're going to wake up and what's going to happen, but preparing for those little situations that you know and you're used to just makes things a lot easier for you in the long run. And then my final tip is have a really good morning routine. And I know this might sound simple again, but if you know what you're doing every morning, you're going to find those mornings so much easier, whether you had like loads of sleep or none at all. So I have a very strict routine that I actually follow almost to the T. I feel like it gives me a massive boost, and then because I have this routine in place, I don't find the mornings intimidating anymore. I know that I can get through them, and hopefully I can keep this routine in place when this baby boy comes along as well. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to Casper Mattresses for partnering up with me as well. If you want to know more about Casper Mattresses, I will leave the link down below as I said, and there will also be a discount code there so you can get some money off as well, which is brilliant. And I hope that you all manage to make use of it if you need a new mattress, because they're definitely worth it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and have a lovely day whatever you're up to. Bye.